Hi, everybody. This is Lee, and I'm just reporting that Virginia, or actually West Virginia, has become the 29th state who has passed medical cannabis into law. This is an article at the Marshall Parthenon, and Jim Justice, the governor there, and his name threw me a little bit because it sounded like a superhero name, but he is Governor Jim Justice. He signed that into law. And he said that how can you turn your back on a loved one who is suffering? This is a vehicle for our doctors to help the people. And this was in his press release. And he also said the voice of the people was heard on this one. Medical cannabis means compassion for West Virginians with a serious illness. And so also according to that press release, a medical cannabis is allowed for terminally ill West Virginians and those who suffer from other health conditions like post-traumatic stress disorder and cancer, things like that. And so there are some restrictions. Patients will not be able to obtain their ID cards until July 1st, 2019 at the earliest. And then also a patient may not operate or be in physical control while under the influence with a certain blood content of more than 3 nanograms of THC while they're operating high voltage electricity or public utility or vehicle, aircraft, train, boat, or heavy machinery. The buyer must be 21 or older and does not restrict someone on medical cannabis from being disciplined by an employer for conduct that falls below standard. So there are, restrictions, but overall it has been passed. Which is great. We're up to 29 states now in the United States. Although you consider the fact that Canada is planning to make it illegal nationwide, we do have some goals to achieving nationwide legal status for medical cannabis. In general, many people feel that cannabis in general should be legal. And even in the past year, in this past 2016 election cycle, 6 states adopted comprehensive medical marijuana laws. And some of those states were in the South. And so it's a trend, and it's possible that even in the next year, going into the 2018 midterm campaigns and election cycles at the U.S. congressional level, and then other down ballot municipal positions, that this is going to be an issue as well for driving that election. And it might be 6 more states that have legalized just in time for the 2018 midterms. Either it will be on the ballot leading up to the midterms, or it will be on the ballot during the midterms. That some state legislatures are considering the bill now still. And then if they fail to pass it, then the voters will put it on the ballot. So there may be more states that have legalized it by 2018. So it's a trend. Everyone should be prepared to state their position on it. Hopefully people will state a common sense position on the idea of helping patients who need this type of assistance to relieve symptoms, to relieve pain, suffering, stress, trauma, that they take the common sense approach to it. West Virginia has, joining the 28 previous states, and hopefully that there will be more. And so I'll go ahead and leave these links in the description so you can learn more about what West Virginia has decided to do and how they plan to implement it. Good luck.